Logan's Alley, brought to you by Bushnell, the #1 laser rangefinder on tour.
Well, as we mentioned off the top of the show, the RBC Canadian Open is fast approaching once again, and with that comes another opportunity for Canadian golf fans to gripe about the quality of the field. No Rory, no Ricky, no Jordan, no Phil, not this year, and let's face it, with the Open's terrible day, probably not in the future either. But Jason Day is going to be at Glen Abbey. He's defending his title. I hear he's pretty good. And Dustin Johnson, fresh off his US Open victory, he's coming to Glen Abbey too, and he's not bad either. So there is star power in the field. But let me give those who are going to Glen Abbey this year a tip. Rather than automatically follow Day or Johnson or some of the other more familiar names like Hunter Mahan or Brant Snedeker just because you know who they are, pick up a guy like Jon Rahm or Bryson DeChambeau. Those are two young players in the tournament on sponsors exemptions. This is something the Canadian Open has always been able to do along with other tournaments in the latter half of the schedule. Identify a guy who looks certain to be a future star who's just turned pro and give him a spot and hopes that down the road that player will pay them back. Now that happens sometimes, but probably not as often as Golf Canada would like. In 1996, there was a no-doubter when it came to doling out a sponsors exemption. The tournament was being played in September then, and not more than a month earlier, a young guy named Tiger Woods had turned professional, came to Glen Abbey and finished 11th. Tiger returned in 2000 looking for the Triple Crown after having won the US and British Opens, and he did that of course, and among those in the field that year on a sponsors exemption was another newly minted pro from Australia named Adam Scott. Over the years we've seen spots given to guys like Ryan Moore and Jamie Lovemark and Patrick Cantley, and last year was a pair of amateurs, Ollie Schneider-Jans and Ryan Ruffles, who got spots, and they've since turned professional. So when you get to Glen Abbey this year, don't automatically follow the herd who are tracking every step that Jason Day or Dustin Johnson make. Pick up Jon Rahm or pick up Bryson DeChambeau, or better yet, pick up one of the young Canadian amateurs who are going to get a spot in the field. Because one of these days, these guys are going to be stars, and this year might be your only opportunity to get up close and personal with them.